All right. So a new friend I made, I will not name her. She made a juice for me this morning, asked me, how do I get through the day? And I thought this was a really honest, vulnerable, and wonderful question. And so I gave her an answer, but I wanted to expand on that and I'll share this with her later. How do I get through the day? So first, this is a common thing that I've dealt with potential clients or clients for a long time, where there's a desire or a tendency to want to get through some time period. It first started when I was working with a student who was just like, okay, how do I get through this semester? And I asked, well, would you trade an A on your exams for just hitting a skip button to the end of the semester? And the answer was, yeah, for sure, definitely. And I think many people would trade skip buttons to get to the end of a work day. And this breaks my heart because if you're doing that with a day, you're really doing that with a large part of your life. And the pain that is experienced is really a good thing. It's a signal. It's a signal that's telling you there's something else I want to be doing that's more important. And I'm not doing that right now. And hitting a skip button to get to some end point usually just means that what ends up happening is when you get to that end point, you don't feel good because you've been fighting or going unconscious during the day, and you end up going into a distraction to avoid the unpleasant feelings. And that's sort of the best case scenario um, most of the time for most people. Sometimes people go into maybe more destructive behaviors where they try to make it worth it by, doing extreme things or trying to get high in some way, whatever it is, right? Um, so if this is you ever, and it is me and everyone else at times, and sometimes definitely in my past, it was me a lot of the time. Cherish the signals, the pain, the discomfort, because if you have it, that means that this isn't really what you want to be doing. And it's your ticket out, but you have to be willing to hear those signals. You have to be willing to listen and open to start seeing what actions might bring you into a space that is more aligned, a job, a relationship, a friend group, a hobby, something like that, right? So this is an invitation to listen to those emotions, listen to the pain, sit with it and listen. Try to see, what is this saying? What is this telling me? And go beneath the surface, because it might just be screaming, what the hell are you doing? This is wrong, which is probably what it's saying at some level. But then you can say, okay, well, why? What's really not good about it? What is not working? And don't engage the conceptual mind. Don't engage the narratives, because you'll get the same thoughts that have been spiraling in your head over and over and over again. Really try to listen for something else. Try to let the emotion or the part within you that's screaming out to be heard, sit down with it and see what it says. Sometimes it takes a little bit of space for it to start to feel safe, but just encourage that experience, that feeling, that part, that you're going to listen to it. And I promise if you do that, you're going to start to get a clear sense of what you want and a sense of how you can live each day in such a way that even if you're still stuck in circumstances that aren't ideal, that don't feel right to you, you're going to be moving in the right direction. And that's really the main thing in the growth framework, that if you're moving in the right direction, you feel good. You feel good about life. It's when you feel like you're not moving in any direction that there's pain. So pain doesn't mean getting to some perfect set of circumstances, or pleasure doesn't mean, or feeling good doesn't mean getting to some perfect set of circumstances. It means taking the right aligned, self-connected action given your present circumstances. Just as much as you can every day. Okay, take care. Have a good week.